You are welcome in online class. In online class, we have the chapter number 8 for the class 8. So, the name of the chapter is the conservation of plants, plants and animals. Conservation of the plants. As name is telling that the how to conserve plants and animals. Before starting this, we have to talk about that why the need of the conservation of plants and animals required. As we know that the population of the world, population, population of the world is increasing at the fast pace. So, when the population is increasing the fast pace, and for different developmental work, also the population is creates the three burden over our natural resource or on this earth. The first is the food. So, when the population will increase, the food scarcity will also increase. The burden over the food will also increase, and after that what will happen, so the people will cut, deforestation will be large scale, deforestation, so cutting down of trees will be on the large scale. And the second thing is that the clothing is the most important thing. So the people will need the cloth for their protection of their body. For this they will set up the different industries, set up the industries, because only the natural fibers cannot meet the all the demands of the clothing, so the synthetic fiber would be made into the industries. And after that food, shelter, and after that the third one, first is the food, second is the shelter, third number the clothing. So, and after as well as the different the needs, different needs, like the different amenities amenities like the yes, shoe, footwear, after that cosmetic cosmetic, and as well as the different the medicine, the raw materials for building building, that will also increase many folds. So people will, what they will do for making their house, they will need the land mass, and they will, for setting up the different buildings, they will cut trees. So the ecosystem, our ecosystem, we know that our ecosystem has a diverse ecosystem we have. So when the forest will be cleared, the our ecosystem will be disturbed disturbed. So when the ecosystem will disturb, as we know that ecosystem is what, so ecosystem is an assemblage of biotic and abiotic factors of environment which interact 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 each other. So this is called the ecosystem. As for the example, as we are going to tell you about that, when we have the two factors. First is the biotic. So what happens? Let I am going to make the sum diagram, cursive diagram. Let it is the one tree. This is the one tree. So what happens? So just below the soil, there are the root hairs, primary root, secondary root, and tertiary root into the plants. So in the plants, the root hairs they go deep, and there are many the minerals, H2O, and as well as the minerals. These are the minerals. Minerals are present in the soil. These are being absorbed water and minerals through the xylem. Ultimately, it reaches to the leaves. Here, the photosynthesis process takes place. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means that food is produced like the 6CO2 plus 6H2O that forms the C6H12 and O6. These are made. So when this is made, so this is the raw material, the product of the photosynthesis, and these products are being taken by the animals, and photosynthesis oxygen is also made. So this oxygen is taken by the animals के द्वारा. These are taken as a respiratory process. For the respiration process, oxygen is needed. So when this oxygen is inhaled by us by the biotic factor, so in turn of that, what is made? We have the glucose as different food items. The 6O2, when combine the food, that oxidation process took place, and this food glucose is broken down into 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water molecule, and 38 ATP. ATP is produced. ATP means adenosine, T P for phosphate. So this adenosine triphosphate is made, and thus the raw material oxygen and water again they are sent to the environment, as well as the humidity into the troposphere. Again they precipitate and fall, rainfall, वर्षा होती है. So again trees they absorb the water, abiotic factor, and this abiotic factor again make the glucose. So this is the cycle of the biotic and abiotic factor in an environment. So we have told that the process of ecosystem is the assemblage of biotic as well as the abiotic factor. Now we have the different consequences of deforestation. So when we do not check our demands, we do not control our population, and different judicious steps are not taken, there are two type of the problem that created us. That is the first domestic, second is the global consequences. In the two process, global consequences and domestic consequences of deforestation. First is the disrupted river flow means that the due to deforestation soil erosion take places, and there is a scanty rainfall, and after that the river has no capacity to take their own path, so they deviate from their real path. Second number, the flooding. When there is a little amount of the forest, then what happens? The soil has no binding capacity because the soil are bounded by the uh, root hairs of the trees. In lack of the root hairs, when there are the more water into the river and canal, so this will uh, cut the beds of the rivers or as well as the canal, and that lead to the flooding. Third number, the drought, drought. When there is very little rainfall due to deforestation, there is complete scanty rainfall. So this scanty rainfall will lead to the little amount of the water, so the soil will also not have the microorganism, and humus will not form humus will not form, and as a result, that humidification process by which humus is formed, the soil will not be the fertile. And after that, fourth number, the displacement of forest dwellers. So the many primitive people, they live into the forest. When the forest will be declared, so they will not have the natural homes to live, so they will migrate from one forest to another forest. So this is the displacement of the forest dweller. Another thing is that scarcity of the forest product, a scarcity of forest products. So when we have no any trees, the trees provides us the many products which are helpful for the human being. So these will not be available for the human life, as well as the food chain will be disturbed, and as well as the plant and wildlife will extinct because their food chain will disturb, and when they will not have the food, so ultimately they will destroy, they will be being killed in lack of the food. Another thing is that the global consequences, we have we have the first topic is the climate change climatic change. So in climatic change, nowadays the global wind pattern is changing, and the climate, the some places have the extreme rainfall, extreme the coldness and the extreme hotness. Another has the very cold climates. So our cold and the hot climatic conditions are available, and that is the disturb. So now the second is the desertification. As we know that when there is very uh, low rainfall, the soil will not have the humidification process, and the plants and the vegetation will not available at the top soil of the any particular land. Ultimately, in lack of the humus and organic matter, the soil will, the bit by bit, they will change into the deserts, so whether by the hot or the cold. So there are two type of the desert, hot and cold deserts. So these are the consequences of the deforestation. So third number is the ozone depletion. How the ozone is depleting? So due to the a lot of the increasement of the pollution like the CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, so and as well as the CO2, nitrous oxide. So these all gaseous nitrous oxide, these are released into the ozonosphere, and these are being O3 is now becoming the O2 plus O. So now the depletion of the ozone layer. So overall what we see, so ultimately we should conserve forest and the wildlife. So if we will not conserve them, then the near future we will not have the any the wildlife as well as the forests. So the our great biodiversity will be peril, that will extinct. That's why on the 22nd May, the International biological diversity day are celebrated to discuss these all the topics, how the forests are conserved, the wild animals are conserved, which animals are now becoming extincting, disappearing, vulnerable, and now how they are becoming endemic. So the International Day for Biological Diversity are celebrated every year to discuss all the issues. So how to conserve the ecosystem and how to different species should be maintained. So there the biosphere reserves are made. So in India, the Himalayas, the Thar Desert and Western Ghats and the Sundarbans are the biodiversity in India. So there are the 669 biosphere reserve in 120 country, and the Indian government has established 18 biosphere reserve in India. So the UNESCO has also launched some the program like the MAB program and like the main and the biosphere program. So to conserve the forest and wildlife. So in India, there are three the regions where the biodiversity hotspot: the Eastern Himalayas, the Indo-Burma regions, the Western Ghats, and the Sri Lanka. And the different biosphere reserve are made as well as the national park like the Bandipur BNP National Park. And the Project Tiger in the Karnataka. Another thing we have also set up the BNP. We have Kaziranga Forest and the Nilgiri. So there are many national parks are also made in India. Now the wildlife sanctuary is also made. There are 543 wildlife sanctuary in India. These aim to protect the habitat of wildlife animals so that they can live safely. In Gahir Matha Turtle Sanctuary in Odisha and Jack Wadi bird sanctuaries. So these are very common. And how to conserve the flora and fauna as well as flora is for the all plants species and fauna for the all the animals. So today we have discussed these all topics one by one. So by the conservation of the plants and animals, these all animals, plants, animals, and these can be saved or conserved. Thank you for listening and watching these topics. Thank you. Have a nice day.